Any serious PC gamer should know how important it is to have a decent gaming monitor, because without it, your powerful PC would just be a desktop decoration. However, picking the right gaming monitor can be a tough task. This is because there are a lot of different things to consider, such as specifications, sizes, resolutions, refresh rates, and price brackets, all to consider before buying one. To save you from that confusion, here is our top 5 recommended gaming monitors. To kick off, at our number 5 spot we have the MSI Optix MPG341CQR. If appearances matter to you, then you'll love this monitor. The design of this monitor gives a real feel of premium quality. You get real slick aesthetics featuring really thin bezels on the top and sides of the screen. Another outstanding physical feature of this monitor is the Mystic Light RGB LED light placed across the lower bezel, and as a gamer, we're sure you can appreciate this. It's not just beauty without brains. MSI's Optix is a marvelous 34-inch curved LCD panel that supports 144Hz refresh rate, adaptive sync, and HDR. It also boasts of a 1800R curve with a resolution of 3440 by 1440, which is the norm for 21:9 aspect monitors. All of these features make this monitor stand out in a large crowd of gaming monitors. With this monitor, you don't miss out on connectivity since it has a DisplayPort, HDMI, and USB-C ports. The monitor also features a camera fitted at the lower bezel of the screen, which is a pretty handy feature and will save you having to buy a webcam. This combination of features make this a great monitor, especially for its price. Speaking of which, it's priced at around £800 or $900, which is a steal for the performance and aesthetics of this monitor. For number 4, we will be taking a look at the Razer Raptor 27. Razer is known to produce excellent gaming devices, and the Raptor 27 is their first shot at a gaming monitor. And we must say, this 27-inch monitor performs excellently for gaming of all kinds. Starting with the looks of this monitor, as you would expect, you get some pretty stylish design features. From the materials used, to the signature green cables giving it that classic Razer aesthetical appearance. Then there is the RGB lighting that shines from the very bottom of the stand, which we would also like to add is height adjustable. The display of this monitor offers Display HDR 400, FreeSync and G-Sync compatibility at a 1440p resolution and 144Hz refresh rate. You also get a 1 millisecond response time and 95% coverage of the DCI P3 color space. Thanks to the IPS panel, you get crazy good viewing angles and spot-on color accuracy without looking overly saturated. The HDR implementation on this monitor isn't exactly flawless. When it comes to gaming, however, it is quite an improvement from standard visuals. The only time it becomes an issue is with regular work, as it might change brightness as the pages change. Aesthetically and performance-wise, the Raptor 27 gets it right without a single flaw. Better yet, if you already have other Razer gear, this monitor will fit in perfectly into the setup. For any gamer looking for great value at a mid-range price of just $700, this is definitely one to check out. For our next monitor, at our number 3 spot, we will be looking at the Alienware AW3420DW. This Alienware monitor is another 21:9 ultra-wide monitor. At the time of its release, this monitor carried the crown of the fastest ultra-wide monitor, and even to date is still one of the fastest in this category with an overclocked refresh rate of 120Hz. For a smooth performance in high frame rate games and an utterly mesmerizing vision-filling aspect ratio with enough game-specific functions, the Alienware AW3420DW is a perfect, slightly pricey, but a perfect choice for any pro gamer. Ultra-wide screens not only offer gamers more space for an immersive experience, but they also complement productivity very easily. This is why they've become so popular generally, even outside of the gaming world. Alienware is known to regularly serve customers with sleek and attractive designs with aesthetics that don't look exaggerated or out of place. You get color LEDs, metallic shapes, and sharp angles. The best thing is that all of these still fit into a very sophisticated feel that will appeal to any gamer's taste. The ports you get on this monitor include an audio in jack, a DisplayPort 1.2, HDMI 1.4, a USB upstream port in case you need to connect a PC, and two USB 3.0 ports which lets you use the monitor as a USB hub. You will also find two more USB 3.0 ports under the screen with a headphone jack. This is a pretty cool idea because once you raise the screen to the highest level, which is easy to do, you can access the ports beneath more easily than the ones behind. The monitor has an original 100Hz refresh rate coupled with G-Sync tech, both of which offer high frame rates with simple overclocking. So, right out of the box, this monitor still offers remarkably smooth gameplay. If you think you need a faster response time, this monitor offers an option that lets you pick what response time you are comfy with on the screen menu. You get to choose between normal, fast, and super fast. This means that you are unlikely to have any form of lag in your games. All competitive gamers love the opportunity to get a better eye on their opponents, and that is what the AW3420DW offers, coupled with epic performance rate and picture quality. But as we mentioned earlier, it is slightly expensive at around £1,000 or $1,050, but it makes great value for every penny spent. Nearing the end of our top 5 selection, we have number 2, which is the Samsung CRG9. Ask yourself, can ultra-wide get too wide? Because we don't think so. The Samsung CRG9 is the kind of gaming monitor you want to show off both physically and internally. This monitor is as wide as you could possibly want and could even find. It is a 49-inch monitor with a 5120 by 1440 resolution. The design of this monitor comes with very thin bezels, thinner than most gaming monitors out there. These thin bezels just make the immersive impact of the ultra-wide screen even more effective. The bezels are black except at the bottom where it is given a very attractive gunmetal finish and fitted with the Samsung logo and a few moderate button labels. This monitor has a very cool feature called the picture-by-picture mode that allows you to use two different inputs, thereby simulating a dual monitor display, so you can make full use of all the space you get on this ultra-wide beast. Onto the ports provided on this monitor. The positioning of the ports on the back of this monitor looked like there was a lot of thought put into it. Samsung went for a recessed port alcove that is covered by a removable shield. So even when you have all the ports filled up, the cables go through on the hole in the shield, making your setup that little bit tidier. Right out of the box, this monitor will provide you with amazing images on screen before you even make any modifications. On paper, this Samsung display is flying on the wings of a Samsung QLED panel, carrying a peak brightness of 1000 nits, and it is HDR 1000 compatible. Colors will literally come to life with this monitor, thanks to the fact that it supports 125% sRGB coverage. But there's more! This ultra-wide monitor offers 120Hz refresh rate, but unfortunately if your thing is esports, then it might not be your favorite, considering the response rate is 4 milliseconds. A little disappointing, but not necessarily a deal breaker. Another downside to this monitor is that as well as being pretty expensive, you need some very powerful and heavy hardware to run games with this monitor. If your PC is of mid-range quality, you might struggle to achieve an enjoyable experience. We are looking at things like AMD Ryzen 9 3900X, 16GB of RAM, and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti to really get a good experience. The higher the better. So basically, if you have the money to really go all out for your gaming PC, then you shouldn't back down from getting the Samsung CRG9, which costs around £1,300 or $1,500. Before we reveal our number 1 gaming monitor, if you are enjoying this video, then please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment saying subscribed underneath this video, and we will make sure to respond back to every comment. So without further ado, we have our number 1 pick, and that is the ASUS ROG Swift PG27UQ, what many call the ultimate gaming monitor. It would be an injustice to not have the ASUS ROG Swift PG27UQ on this top 5 list. The design of this monitor abandons the conventional flat base and replaces it with an alien-like tripod that casts the ROG logo on your desk like a beacon. This seems to be a heavy-duty design to complement the sack full of specs this monitor comes with. As an addition to the 3840 by 2160 maximum resolution of this monitor, you also get a native 120Hz refresh rate that can be overclocked to 144Hz. It makes use of a standard 16:9 aspect ratio and supports NVIDIA G-Sync HDR with a peak brightness of, wait for it, 1000 nits. That's not all. The panel is a quantum dot IPS display with a wide DCI P3 color gamut, which is a 25% wider color range compared to regular sRGB monitors. You also get a good range of connectivity options: a DisplayPort 1.4, HDMI 2.0, and a USB 3.0 hub. The design of this monitor allows it to swivel on almost all axes, so you can adjust the height, tilt it, or even turn it vertically. Another reason why this monitor is so great is its versatility. It isn't just restricted to gaming use, and it is equipped with all the color and resolution features you could possibly need for professional photo and video editing. The one and only potential downside we could think of with this monitor might be the 4 milliseconds response time. Apart from that, every other thing on this monitor is top notch. Now, while all these features are completely mouth-watering, you've got to know that premium features come at a premium price. But if you have a powerful enough GPU to power the latest games and about £1,900 or $2,000, then you should definitely get this monitor without a second thought. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching it to the end. We would like to hear your thoughts on these gaming monitors. Which one is on your wish list? If you wish to purchase any of the gaming monitors in today's video, then please feel free to use the links in the description, which will take you straight to Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications by tapping the bell icon. This will make sure you never miss a video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.